Dear Teroxx community, welcome to our weekly crypto market and news update video, and this is what we're going to talk about today. First of all, we'll talk a look that Bitcoin whales and retail investors saw this corona crisis very different, as well as that the stock to flow model is still on track. We read over to tokenized whiskey funds, and last but not least, giving a crypto market update as well as talk about Bitcoin. When we're taking a look on the Covid-19 pandemic, then we can see that retail investors got shook out, but Bitcoin whales stepped into this market. And if we're taking a look on the transactions in this blue line done by retail investors, we can see that it dropped in the corona crisis and then that it only went upwards step by step with some dips again. And so what we can see over here is that the retail investors got shook out of this market and they just came back slowly. So they not took the chance of low Bitcoin prices and went in, but they waited for good opportunities or safe opportunities. If we're now taking a look on the Bitcoin whales, we can see that they went in and that they having spikes within the corona crisis. So what we can see over here is that the retail investors got out of this market while the Bitcoin whales stepped in. And here we can see that this rally may happen with a low amount of retail investors, but that Bitcoin whales really stepped up the Bitcoin amount and got a really good entry point over the last month. The stock to flow model is still on the run, and now it can be very interesting. Usually the stock to flow model is giving in a few steps when the mass adoption is coming along new prices for Bitcoin, depends on the halving, and now it's saying that it should hit $188,000 near the next halving, and now we're just around 10k. So in the podcast, I, who invented this stock to flow model, said that it's now being pulled from clients, from people that go to Fidelity and all the big players and ask for Bitcoin in their pension funds. So he's saying that Bitcoin more and more having interest and that more and more people are interested in Bitcoin, and though that this stock to flow model is still on the run, do not invest based on this model, but maybe keep it in mind to see if this can hold up to the next halving or not. Tokenization is hype in crypto space, and it's something that's very interesting. And now there's a new tokenized whiskey fund, and now they bought the first 1,000 barrels of Kentucky bourbon. What is this? So basically what we can see here is that we can have a digitalized asset like whiskey that you can buy in small amounts. So here everyone can get access to something that you just could buy normally, for example, for 1,000 liters or upwards. And here it's saying that this whiskey is having an increase in value from 1 to 4,000 over the time, and that people can invest in this fund and in this investment strategy. So over here we can see that the blockchain, the tokenization is running wild, and that more and more stuff is getting tokenized, and that this can be a new investment strategy in the future. We're taking a look on the 7-day performance of the total market capitalization. We can see that we started the week with around 223 billion US dollars, and right now we're hanging at around 337 billion US dollars. So this is an increase of around 4% in 1 week. What we as well can see, after the sell-offs from the last weeks, we did not saw a huge upward trend, but the market stabilized and showed some good upwards movement. And this is what we can see in the 7-day performance, where Bitcoin just up 1%, Ethereum is up around 3%, Polkadot is around 8.5%, Binance Coin saw a huge bull run, but as well like Link and Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin SB, we also having losers in this week. So overall, this market over here is not really showing a huge catalyst, a huge direction, but all in all, 4% plus in the market cap in 1 week is still a good week. If we're taking a look on Bitcoin from the last week, we can see that we started the week with a drop down to below 10k. So we have a local bottom, a local hourly close at around 9,940. Then the market just waved up to the highest point of around 10,550. So over here we saw an increase in 1 week from local bottom to local top of around 6.2%. As well, the market then just most of the time still between 10,200 and 10,550 with low volatility. The weekend just first of all saw a pump, then a dump. Now the market is running up again. We're having the MA lines in the 1 hour chart below us as support. So basically 10.2 and 10 should hold. The RSI is now running a little bullisher. So overall the week start was quite positive, even of course if we're not back from the sell-offs we saw the weeks before. So still of course a lot to bounce back. If we're taking a look on the 4 hour chart, what we as well can see is that we're having these MA lines of the 100 and 200 days above us as resistances at around 11,200 and around 10,700. So even if the market is running up and these lines are maybe coming down a little, so we can see resistance and then sell off near this, maybe as well when we breaking through we can see a bull run. So as well the 4 hour chart is giving us hope that we can turn bullish again, but we just need to remind us that there are resistances before 11k, and how I said 9,950 should hold as a support. Otherwise the market could turn very bearish. I hope you liked this video. If you do so, I would love it if you could comment or share this video or give me a like, and we will hear us next time when it comes to weekly crypto news and market update provided by Teroxx.